My name is Nathan Asher. I'm a second-year high school student, and yeah, I'm an idol otaku. Every morning, I listen to songs from my favorite net idol, Ava. She doesn't show her face, no flashy interviews or fake smiles, just raw, breathtaking vocals uploaded anonymously online. Most people probably wouldn't understand, but to me, Ava isn't just an internet singer, she's inspiring. She sings like the world is ending. Like every note means something. Her songs are catchy, but there's real depth too. I've streamed her music more times than I can count, over 10,000 times, to be exact, which apparently makes me disgusting according to my classmates. Ew, gross! You've streamed her songs over 10,000 times? Are you serious? And that lovely comment? Yeah, that came from Reena West. Offline, she's your classic school queen bee, smart, pretty, popular. Online, she goes by Bad Girl Waro, another net idol with a surprisingly big following. But in person, she acts like I'm the worst human being alive. I don't even remember saying anything to her before she decided to start mocking me every chance she got. I never told anyone at school about my fan account, not one soul, but clearly, someone found it and shared it around. Whatever, if I gave up being a fan every time someone laughed at me, then I wouldn't be a true otaku. Ava's music, it's more than just sound in my ears. It gives me something to hold on to, and no amount of teasing is going to change that. So go ahead, laugh. I'll keep listening to her songs anyway. No matter what people say, I'm not going to stop supporting Ava. Her voice isn't just music to me. It's comfort, it's motivation. It's the one constant thing I can rely on when everything else feels off. People at school can roll their eyes, laugh behind my back, or call me names all they want. They don't get it. And honestly, they don't have to. Still, high school has a way of turning small things into public humiliation. It wasn't long before I heard the whispers. Hey, did you hear? Reena found Nathan's fan account. Seriously? Let me see. Oh my god, he's a total idol nerd. Yeah, that spread fast. Apparently, someone snooped around and linked my anonymous posts back to me. Great. And of course, the queen of it all, Reena, was loving every second of it. Her laughter echoing through the classroom like it was some comedy show. Just when I thought it couldn't get more embarrassing, someone else walked over. Emily Hale. Now Emily's different. She's not like Reena. She's effortlessly popular. The kind of person everyone naturally gravitates toward, not because she tries, but because she's genuinely kind, smart, composed, always carrying this calm air about her. She glanced at me, then spoke. Gently, casually. I listened to the song you recommended. It was beautiful. I blinked. For a second, I thought I'd misheard her. But no, she meant it. She didn't tease me. She didn't smirk or whisper to a friend. She just said it. Like it was the most natural thing in the world. I think my heart skipped a beat. It was just a small moment. But when you're used to being the target of jokes, even a kind word can hit like a lightning bolt. Maybe, just maybe, not everyone thinks I'm a joke. They see me as Nathan Asher. Quiet, awkward, the kid who listens to idol music way too much. But what they don't know is, I'm the one writing the songs they idolize. I am the composer known as AK. The same AK who's been creating hit after hit for rising net idols. The same AK who composed Ava's most viral tracks. The same AK who's been shaping the sound of the scene from behind the curtain. It's funny, isn't it? The very people who mock me for being an idol otaku are fans of the songs I create. And then, that night, my phone buzzed. It was a message from Ava's manager. She sounded cheerful, more than usual. Nathan, or rather, AK, we're throwing a birthday party for Bad Girl Waro. Can you come? I froze. Reena. Bad Girl Waro was Reena. Of course, I already knew that. She's worked with us before, but always remotely. Always through middlemen. She's never seen me face to face. And as Nathan, she practically spits on the ground when I walk by. But as AK, she praises me. She posts about how honored she is to receive one of my songs. She respects AK. She hates Nathan. I stared at the message for a long time. Should I go? Should I keep my distance? But this is work. This is professional. And if I want to keep this dual life going, I can't let her push me out of it. So I took a breath and replied, I'll be there. The room was packed. Bright lights and laughter echoing off polished walls. Glasses clinking. Voices buzzing with recognition filled the air. Everywhere I turned, there were faces I'd only seen in magazine spreads or live streams. Producers, streamers, talent managers. This was no ordinary birthday party. This was Reena West's birthday party. A celebration of her rising fame. Held in a glamorous rented hall like she was already a top-tier celebrity. I kept a low profile. No one knew me as Nathan here. They were expecting AK. the mysterious composer behind several of the hottest net idol tracks of the year. But the moment I stepped in, I saw her, Reena, smiling, laughing, basking in attention like it was the air she breathed. And then her eyes met mine. Everything stopped for a moment, and she scowled. Her voice cut through the noise. "What is this nerd doing here?" Heads turned. Her perfectly manicured finger pointed in my direction. I could feel eyes on me, whispering, confusion, and yet all I did was stand there, calm. She didn't recognize me, not as AK. To her, I was still just Nathan, the loser in class who likes idols a little too much, and I could have walked out right then and there, but instead I stayed silent and thought to myself, "You don't know who I am, do you?" I didn't flinch, I didn't back down, I just stepped forward. The chatter in the room died down as people turned toward me, curious, confused, waiting to see what this so-called nerd would do next. And then I said it, calm, clear, no hesitation. "Nice to see you again, Reena. I'm AK." The room froze. You could hear a pin drop. Gasps echoed around me, eyes widened. A few people whispered to each other, barely able to process what they just heard. Reena blinked. Once. Twice. Then her expression twisted into disbelief. "What? You're lying," she snapped, voice cracking just a bit. But she knew it wasn't a joke. Her face turned pale as realization hit her like a slap. I looked her in the eye, and for once I didn't feel nervous. I felt disappointed. "You can insult me all you want," I said quietly. "But when you insult your fans, when you treat the people who support you like trash, that's where I draw the line." I took a breath and gave her the final blow. "I can't work with someone who disrespects their fans. We're canceling the project." The silence that followed was louder than any applause. In that moment the mask shattered. Not mine. Hers. The party was still going, but everything else had faded into the background. People murmured. Some stared. Others just looked away, unsure what to say. But then, she walked over. Emily Hale. Her voice was soft, careful. She wasn't like the others, not even now. "I admired how you stood up to her," she said. I turned toward her, surprised. Of all the people I expected to come talk to me after that, she wasn't one of them, but there she was, smiling, calm, honest. And then she dropped her own mask. "Nathan, I'm Ava." Time froze. I must have misheard her. There's no way that the Ava I've admired for years, the voice that's pulled me through so many nights, could be standing right here, in front of me. But she just looked at me and nodded. "Yes, I'm Ava." I couldn't breathe for a second. "You're Ava?" I managed. And everything suddenly made sense. The voice I knew so well, the way she'd defended me before, the warmth in her eyes. We'd both been hiding, both living these double lives, and without even knowing it, we'd been fans of each other all along. After that night, everything changed. I composed a new song. For Ava, this time, not just as a fan, not just as a hidden figure behind the screen, but as AK, writing for the person I admired, and now, truly knew. The moment it was released, it exploded. Views shot up. Comments poured in, 1 million, then 10 million. Before long, it hit 100 million views. It was surreal. And yet, it felt like the most natural thing in the world, her voice and my music finally together one afternoon. As we sat in a quiet corner of the school courtyard, she looked at me and grinned. "You're the best, Nathan," she said. And hearing that, from her, not as Ava, not as an idol, but just Emily, it meant more than any chart ranking or stream count ever could. Eventually, our secret identities were exposed at school. People figured it out. Nathan Asher, the idol nerd, he's actually AK, the hit composer. And Emily Hale, she's Ava, the mysterious net idol the world couldn't stop talking about. But to the world beyond our school walls, we're still Ava and AK, still masked, still quietly shaping the sound they love. And as for us, we eventually started dating. 2 voices, finally in harmony. But that's a story for another